I have been asked by numerous people to comment about a certain TV program that showed a special operation group of the National Intelligence Service, of which they were training somewhere in Northeastern. Some people wanted to know my opinion. Most of the people felt that it was wrong for that program to be aired, and even further on, they felt it was wrong for a purely intelligence gathering organization like NIS to have such a body. Some people have asked me, you find that they say that they trust me because I speak my mind. That is according to them. They also trust me for, according to them, I'm fearless. And according to me, I'm happy to get such recommendations. Now, these are my views. First of all, let me introduce myself again concerning the topic. First of all, I'm a former NIS officer. I've worked in all levels, and I handled people know me about political assassinations, but I've also handled the issues of tribal clashes, Wagala massacre, the Lotr massacre, and so on and so forth. I started off as a village intelligence officer, a place called Amolem, just behind those who go to Sudan or Turkana. You know a place called Kainuk, just behind Kainuk, 3 kilometers, 3 miles, not kilometers. There's a place called Amolem. Amolem is a village inside West Pokot. I was the intelligence officer at Amolem village. I don't know whether nowadays it's a town. I later got more responsibilities. You see, rank and responsibilities are different. I got more responsibilities. While still at that rank, I was in charge of a division, Segor division, which today is now called Segor Central Sub-County. I was in charge there. I later became acting deputy county in Mandera. I have been the deputy county in Iten. I've also, before became deputy county in Mandera, I said in Sigor, I was a junior division intelligence officer. But in Northeastern, a place called Abaswin and Ramu, I was a senior division intelligence officer. Mandera, I became a acting deputy. In Iten, when Kipchumba Murkomen was Form 2 in St. Patrick's Iten, I was the deputy county intelligence officer Iten. I've worked in the province. We were 8 people. Are they 8 or 7? How many provinces were there in Kenya? I was a desk officer in charge of criminal intelligence and intertribal tension within the largest province in Kenya, Rift Valley. So, having been a desk officer, in other places, in the military and the police, they call them staffing officer. Having been a staffing officer in charge of the biggest province, I think I'm in a better place to make my comment concerning, I can make a comment concerning the topic at hand. I will go to this topic. I'll say that of all the intelligence information that has been shared publicly, of all the people who have come out, especially intelligence officers, those who have come out that the NIS should be open, should be open so that people know them. I think I contribute to 85% of everything. All other people put together, maybe I can add up to 15%. There has been rumors. And yes, I was even abducted once. I was abducted once inside a police station in the presence of the NIS with her deputy there. And before I was abducted, if you check the Facebook accounts, one called Lwandeti Development and another called Vacabras Welfare Association, for a period of 3 weeks, people were saying, story were going round and round, that I was to be abducted. I was to be arrested for the offense of disclosing special branch or NIS secrets. I took a lot of, it is part of this topic, I took a lot of effort to try and educate people by saying that is not the case and it can never happen. But it is because my abductors were preparing the ground for me that should I have died, then NIS would have been blamed. You see, this is one of the problems with the NIS being secret. Because if I would have died, people would have said that it was being said that NIS are not happy with him, so they are responsible for his death. Why am I saying I was supposed to die? I was removed from the cell, placed in an office. People in the cells usually eat food at around noon. The complainant, the so-called complainant, a relative who wanted to sell family land, and I took her to court. Not only I didn't take her alone, but it was the immediate family that took her to court. I was the only close relative who came from outside. So after winning the case, she decided to organize with the members of the DCI to take action against me. That is revenge for me not only participating in that case, but winning that case at Milimani Law Courts. I will not mention names, because the last time I mentioned name and I even mentioned case file number, I don't know whether she's the one who complained to YouTube, and it was blocked. And you see, YouTube, they block you for several times, your channel will be terminated. The good thing is that they review, because I have not mentioned anybody's name. I have not even mentioned the DCI office that organized that. But if you are a person who reads the Cabras Welfare Association, and if you read the Facebook of Lwandeti Development, you will come to realize that it was being said that I have talked a lot about NIS secrets, that they want to do something about me in connection with the DCI of one of the DCIs in Nairobi. And truth came after 3 weeks. The very same DCI office came and abducted me. After abducting me, 200 meters from that police station, as they were taking me to the other police station, they asked me why I was discussing in public issues of NIS in public. And I told them I was in my handcuffs and I was in a vehicle that was hired by the so-called complainant. And I told them, we cannot discuss with you about something that I know and you don't know. So, in all those aspects, I want to share with you my views about NIS. Okay, generally, my views is about NIS being open. Being open. Yes, people have asked me, is it true? Are you happy that a TV station aired a program where NIS people were being trained? Is it called Special Operation Group? Now, these are my views. First and foremost, whoever said that NIS should have their, NIS started off as special branch department in the CID. Later on, it grew and it became a formation of itself called special branch. Now, the first stage NIS initially used to be called special branch of the CID. Then later on, it became a fully fledged formation that was called special branch of the Kenya Police. In 1968, it became special branch in the office of the president, manned by police officers. It was a department. From 1968, a special branch was part of the, domiciled in the office of the president. But it was composed of police officers. They were seconded there. That is how it started. Later on, it was felt that it becomes an independent part of itself, where first of all, it was called NSIS, National Security Intelligence Services. And then they removed the first S, it became NIS. I was one of the 7 provincial provincial intelligence officers, criminal intelligence. Don't confuse it with provincial criminal investigation. No, I'm talking of provincial criminal intelligence, not investigation. Was one of the 7 or provincials, yeah. And we used to complain. That we needed. I want to shorten this story. We used to complain that it was not good for by then special branch officers, we in the investigating criminal activities, yeah, were special branch officers, but we were told that, and with the police powers, but we were told that the police powers should be used very rare, very, very rare. For example, which are one of those rare occasions, like those people who felt that maybe the NIS was not happy with me for disclosing their secrets. If it were true, for it was not true. If it were true that the NIS was not happy with me, they would not have gone to see the DCI. Of course, these were abductors who had been organized by this lady. I'll not go into that. But if by today I go deeper than what the NIS is comfortable with, they can come and arrest me directly, or use the police, or use the administration, the chiefs and DOs. So we complained at that time that when it comes to criminal intelligence, now we are this topic now today is about criminal intelligence. When we talk about criminal intelligence, we were complaining that it was a bit hard for us to use the certificate, to use the police identification sparingly. After a few exchanges here and there, we said, then why can't you have that department be transferred to CID? That is when Moses Mutali Lubisia was transferred from special branch or NIS and taken to CID headquarters, Milimani. He is the founder of CRIB, Crime Research and Intelligence Branch. It is still there up to today. That is how it started. So, first and foremost, I want to say that, as I've said that I contributed most of the stories about NIS being open, I also wanted NIS also to have powers of arrest and whatever such things. And if you look at it that way, they say black plus white makes gray, isn't it? Now, if I have been doing that, I've been saying that the intelligence should be given back their police powers publicly. And if I have been saying that intelligence services should be open, they should tell people about their activities. Remember, they are very few. They are very few as compared to the National Police Service. National Police Service is the general duties, the AP, and the DCI. Imagine all of them combined, but the NIS gets more funds. It was good that this program was aired because the NIS is now trying to be accountable to the people. You can see the type of vehicles they have, whatever. And even, don't be shocked that those young men who are risking their lives because of you and me are getting good allowances. Also, don't forget that there is an area in Northeastern which was gazetted as an NIS operation area. Now, for the purpose of your understanding, is that first of all, I am very sure that you'll agree with me that obviously the NIS is of the same idea as me of being open. So these people, even journalists, everybody who has been telling me that, no, don't you think you are disclosing more than what you are supposed to do? Let me assure Kenyans one thing. If for any moment, even a millisecond, I talk more than I'm supposed to talk, I'll be the first one to know. I don't want to talk about this DCI who are asking me when I was in handcuff, why are you talking more about, why are you disclosing the secrets of the NIS? I told them, if NIS are not happy with me, they know what to do. And I know what to do. There are 3 things I can say there. If I speak more than what I'm supposed to say, first of all, I know what I'm saying. I know if I go beyond what I'm allowed to do, I know. And I know the intelligence, the NIS know every time when I should, okay, not every time, but I'm saying, should I extend even by a millimeter of what I'm supposed to say, the NIS know what to do. So I know when I'm wrong, and the NIS are wrong. I mean, not wrong. Let me correct myself. I know when I'm wrong, even to the extent that I'm wrong, and NIS know when it is exposed, they know when I'm wrong. And I know if I've annoyed them, I know what they will do. And they know that I know. So a third person, a person without experience in the NIS, cannot form any opinion. It is just unfortunate that people sat down and failed. And you know, I was being given food. By good luck, it was, you go to Vacabra's Welfare. Just go to Vacabra's Welfare, Facebook association. It is clearly said that I was being given food that I'm allergic to. I refused, and the complainant was there. The person who was complaining that had stopped her from selling family land, she was there. And a family member from Western has recorded it and says that, you know, hey, I know his mother, I know his uncles and whatever. Ni watu wa mdomo sana. Because there are some people, ukiwa unatega mtu, wanakimbia, nini, inamfikia huyo mtu hata kabla hajafika. But what I want to say here is that it is good that the food I was given is something I'm allergic to. I stopped eating it in the 60s. I don't eat it anymore. But the person who lost a land case, and she has been cited for contempt of court, she's now a criminal, convicted criminal. This lady organized for a double food and double food, and I don't know whether that food was poisoned or anything. But again, inside a police station, inside an interrogation center, she was allowed in, and she recorded it. If you check on the vocabularies, if welfare, it was around 3 p.m. and by 4 p.m., 1 hour after that attempted whatever, it was something that was done, so that if I would have eaten that food and died, it would have been said that the NIS was not happy with me saying things that I'm not supposed to say. I want to reiterate I've done that several times and I'm doing it again here. I want to reassure a lot of people is that where I am at this stage and today, if at all I speak something that will not please the intelligence, I know, and the intelligence know. If I speak something beyond what I'm supposed to say, I know, and the intelligence know. So a third person cannot say it. The only way a third person can say is that the intelligence officers have said that they are not happy with you. So that is what I'm saying. Sometimes I get carried out. But I'm saying that it is good that the intelligence officers have come out to show the public about their functions. And I would wish, I don't communicate with them much, obviously, because they are not supposed to tell me what they are doing. But if I know they'll get this, I would congratulate them. It is good that they are doing that. It is good that they are doing that. And for me, I'm happy for what they are doing, because at the end of the day, it is the security of Kenyans that has been put into consideration. To me and to you now, we now understand why NIS gazetted some areas in Northeastern to be classified as restricted areas. You now know why they did that. And if you ask me, I appreciate what they have done. I appreciate what they have done, because at the end of the day, it is the security of Kenyans which is going on. That one is there. I want also to comment on something that some people may, I've not heard anybody saying, but some people may say that, is this not agreeing with what Rigathi Gachagua said? Because Rigathi Gachagua had said that some 101 Kalenjins were taken to be trained by NIS. 2, he later amended that and said, no, it was 101 Nandis who were taken there. I do not know the composition of those people. In his capacity as the deputy head of state, Mr. Regardless knew of these operations. And this is what we do, what politicians do. Because if we have to go into reality, and I've just said it, 5 times in this very recording, that if I go against the Official Secrets Act, I will know. Rigathi Gachagua has gone against the Official Secrets Act concerning that team. But he did it in such a way that he used a lot of clever, evil geniuses. He has used a lot of evil geniuses, because right now, I will not be shocked to find some people saying that it is true. I'll not be shocked to find some people saying it is true what Rigathi Gachagua was saying. Now, recruiting these people, there is a possibility, I don't rule out the possibility that most, or if not all, were taken from AP. But if I were to be the Director General of the NIS, I would have recommended young people to be taken from National Youth Service. But if they've taken from the AP, well and good. It doesn't change the fact it is recommendable. Now, if the National Security and Advisory Committee recommends that we have such a SWAT team under the NIS, then you find nobody less than a deputy head of state trying to use that in to gain political mileage or to create tension in the country. That is very bad. That is very bad. Are they Kalenjins? Those people, when I saw them on TV, they were covering their faces, which is okay because of their nature. But the way they were talking, hakuna kichana hata moja lisigika. So saying that they were all okay, you could say majority or even 80% are Kalenjin. But did he not say that it was 101 Kalenjins? Then later said there were 101 Nandis. You see, that is very bad. And when you see something, what I'm trying to see, he's my village mate. I'm the one who started calling him Fiala. And he's now saying, hi Kuzo. KK mwenyewe has been buried without him giving him anything. So me, I don't think I'll be given anything on Kuzo. But it is really bad to twist facts to fit in your evil spirits. Somebody has reminded me I'm Maluhya, so I was about to tell him, Riswa, it is really bad. We should not have such a thing to play around in things that have got to do with the national security. It was important to have such a body. When it is important to have such a body, because if you can remember Westgate, if you can remember Dusit too, and if you can remember Garissa University. And then someone may ask, why don't we have... There are two questions I want to answer before we complete today's episode. The question is, do we have other such commando squad with other intelligence officers or intelligence organizations in the world? The answer is yes. The answer is yes, because if you know the history of America, there was such a body that had been used twice. The CIA used to send such people, such commando organizations under the CIA into into then Belgian Congo, which later became Zaire. Now it's called Democratic Republic of Congo. We have a lot of documented cases where CIA used to send people there. And they used even to go there and train mercenaries. The same CIA also used to send such people to Cuba with the intention that they go and poison Fidel Castro. Fidel Castro was known to be eating food after 15 minutes, whereby a tester tests the food, and after 15 minutes, Fidel Castro eats it, so that if you poison him, the tester will die. And again, these people had plans of that poisoning Fidel Castro's food, and it had been planned this way, that after a week, Fidel Castro developed something that makes him age quite quickly. So that when they start noticing that thing after a week, those special operation group have gone back to America. Those special operation group have gone back to America. That is why you find that after a week, that is when it starts working. And when he completes a month, he ages on as if he has aged on for a year. What do I mean? A year after testing that food, Fidel Castro would have added 12 years to his age. The metabolism, I don't know, kama ndio kizungu mzuri. The metabolism of his is that, let's say he was 45, and then he completes a year. His body is supposed to be 46. But then his body would be 45 plus 12, 57. After a year, he would have moved from 45 to 57. Then the next year, he would have moved from 57 to 69. After 3 years, he would have moved from 45, 69 plus 12, 82. He would have moved from 45 to 82 years old. And so he would, in 5 years' time, he would have added 60 years on his age. So intelligence officers have such bodies since time immemorial, and we were trained for that. It is only that during my time, we had no finance, we had no training and whatever to reach that level. Remember, I joined the special branch in 1984, which was very near to 1968 when it was started. Last question is, why do we have Special Operation Group in NIS, and then we have rec company, and we even have some rangers. Remember, military rangers came all the way from Gilgil, is it Gilgil, in Nakuru, during the Westgate, whatever. If you ask me as an individual, personally, I would feel that we need to have one unit. There was even a time when stock theft had, no, not stock theft, when APs had anti-stock theft unit. We even had Rift Valley, at various times it had a special anti-stock theft unit. And then we had the main anti-stock theft unit. All these departments, the provincial, had the AP, and even the main stock theft unit were amalgamated and made one unit to be under the administration police. On my personal level, that is my own views, which we have discussed with a lot of people, but I find it hard to change this view. My view is that every such bodies, like the like the anti-stock theft unit, it is alone. Although very soon, stocks people will not start keeping animals. But then the way they did the anti-stock theft unit, they should also have all the special paramilitary groups be under the GSU. The GSU, so that they have a rec company, they have special operation, all of them be answerable to the commandant of the GSU. But then, that is my view, and I've found that in many countries, not just in Kenya, because that is the special that is special operation team of the NIS. I don't know whether the DCI has another special operation team apart from apart from rec company. Although at different times we have Kwekwe squad, we have flying squad, we have whatever. But in my opinion, I would have wished such groups. Just like the air wing, all air wings are under the commandant Kenya Air Wing, Kenya National Police Air Wing. We should also have all these special operations team maybe be under the maybe be under the commandant of GSU and such a thing. But if you look at different countries, that is how they operate, and Kenya operates that way. In a democracy, we have to learn to agree with what the majority have agreed. It is true that in different countries, they have very many organizations that perform similar organizations but are under different arms of the government. And we also have that one in Kenya. So when it is decided that Kenya, we also have different formations under different commands doing the same thing, just like any other country, I respectfully say that if people would have listened to me, then I would have preferred it to be all under one command. In a democracy, we say, and I say, that I don't agree with what they have agreed on, but I agree. I mean, I'll follow it just the way I would have expected them to do, were my idea followed. So that is the truest democracy.